Hello, grade 6. Our lesson today is about data displays and measures of center, and variability and data distribution. Recognize statistical questions. If you measure the heights of your classmates, you are collecting data. A set of data is a set of information collected about people or things. A question that asks about a set of data that can vary is called a statistical question. What are the heights of my classmates on July 1st? This is a statistical question because height usually varies in a group of people. What is Sasha's height on July 1st is not a statistical question because it asks for only one piece of information at one time. Identify the statistical question about Jack's homework time. A. How many times did Jack spend longer than an hour on homework this week? This is a statistical question. Jack is unlikely to do homework for the same amount of time each day. So the question asks about a set of data that can vary. You could answer it with data about Jack's homework time for a week. B. How long did Jack do homework today? This is not a statistical question. It asks about Jack's homework time on one day. It does not refer to a set of data that varies. Identify the statistical question. Circle the letter of the question. 1A. How many people flew from New York to San Francisco yesterday? Or B. How many people flew from New York to San Francisco each day this month? A does not refer to a set of data that varies. It asks about the number of people on one day. So the statistical question is B. 2A. How many siblings does each of your classmates have? Or B. How many siblings does your best friend have? The statistical question here is A. Describe data collection. One way to describe a set of data is by stating the number of observations or measurements that were made. Another way is by listing the attributes that were measured. An attribute is a property or characteristic of the item being measured, such as its color or length. Describe the data set by listing the attribute measured, the unit of measure, the likely means of measurement, and the number of observations. In the first table, the attribute is the weight. The unit of measurement is the pounds. The means is a scale, and the number of observations is 10. The attribute of the second table is the volume. The unit of measurement, cups. The means, the measuring cup, and the number of observations is 5. Dot plots and frequency tables. A dot plot is a number line with marks that show the frequency of data. Frequency is the number of times the data value occurs. Paloma sells produce at the farmer's market. The chart shows the number of pounds of produce she sells each day. What was the most common number of pounds of produce that Paloma sold? Step 1. Draw a number line with an appropriate scale. The chart contains numbers from 11 to 20, so use a scale from 10 to 20. Step 2. For each data value in the chart, plot a dot above the number on the number line. The first data value in the chart is 15, so the dot is placed above 15 on the number line. Complete the dot plot for the other values in the table. Since there are 16 data values, there should be 16 dots in all. Step 3. The number of pounds of produce Paloma sells most often is the value with the most dots. The value with the most dots is 15. So Paloma most often sells 15 pounds of produce. Measures of center. A measure of center is a single value that describes the middle of a data set. The mean is the sum of all items in a set of data divided by the number of items in the set. The median is the middle number, or the mean of the middle two numbers, when the items in the data set are listed in order. The mode is the data value that is repeated more than other values. A data set can have more than one mode or no mode. Find the mean, median, and mode for the following set of data. Let's find the mean. To find the mean, first we need to find the sum of the data. 80 plus 74 plus 82 plus 77 plus 86 plus 75 is equal to 474. Then we need to divide this sum by the number of items. In this case, we have 6 items. So the mean is equal to 474 over 6, which is equal to 79. Now let's find the median. To find the median, we must first order the data. Then we find the middle number. There are two middle numbers here because we have 6 items and 6 is even. So the two middle numbers are 77 and 80. To find the median, I must find their mean. Their mean is 77 plus 80 over 2, which is equal to 78.5. If we had only 5 items, the median would be the third item. Let's say if we had the data 74, 75, 77, 80, 82 without 86, the median would be 77. Find the mode. Use the ordered list and look for numbers that repeat. No numbers repeat, so there is no mode. Boxplots. The median is the middle value, or the mean of the two middle values, when data is written in order. The lower quartile is the median of the lower half of a data set. The upper quartile is the median of the upper half of a data set. The weights in ounces of 12 kittens are 20, 18, 22, 15, 17, 25, 25, 23, 13, 18, 16, and 22. A box plot for the data would show how the values are spread out. Make a box plot for the data. You must follow these steps to make a box plot. Step 1. Write the numbers in order from least to greatest. Find the median and the least and greatest values. Since there is an even number of values, the median is the mean of the two middle values. The median is 18 plus 20 over 2 equals 19. The least value is 13 and the greatest value is 25. Step 2. Find the lower and upper quartiles. The lower quartile is the median of the lower half of the data. The upper quartile is the median of the upper half of the data. Draw a line where the median should be. Now the data set has been split into halves. If there were not number of values in the data set, the median would be one of the data values, but you would not include it in the upper or lower half. The lower quartile is 16.5 and the upper quartile is 22.5. Step 3. Plot the 5 points on a number line and construct the box and whiskers. Use an appropriate scale. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.